Alright, hello everyone, my name is Financial Charles. Today is March 4th of 2024, and Bitcoin continues to keep going up and up and up. Right now it's at 66.3, but earlier today it went all the way up to about $67,600. And it is just insane that, over the past couple days, or for the past over 1 week now, we've seen a huge green candle after huge green candle for Bitcoin, and we are pretty much just ready to set new all-time highs any day now. I wouldn't be surprised at this rate. I wouldn't be surprised if we see all-time highs this week. And it's like every single time that it just pumps up, we're always assuming there's going to be some type of dip, right? Some type of correction. Like it seems like the reasonable thing to have some type of correction. But every single Monday, it seems like it just keeps on pumping up more and more. And that has to be somewhat correlated with the ETFs being bought up, because over the weekends, the stock market is closed and it doesn't open up until Monday. And for the past couple Mondays, it seems like we've gotten so many just pumps. Like here was a Saturday, Sunday of last week, and then Monday, big pump. Tuesday, big pump. Wednesday, big pump. And here we are again. It was Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday we got a big pump. So who knows? We're probably going to keep pumping more for, the remainder of the week. But one of the topics I wanted to discuss today was that I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers, and it really scares me because, he has some friends too that have a lot of Bitcoin and they're heavily invested. And he has one friend in particular who's just a straight up, he gets it. He gets it the way that Bitcoiners get it. Like during this huge drop right here from the 69,000 to the bear market, this one friend that he had kept on accumulating and accumulating and accumulating because he's in it for the long term and he understands why, Bitcoin will always be going up forever. So my coworker, he pretty much he bought it back in like the 2020 area, like March, when COVID happened, and then all of them got to experience this big bull market and then big crash, and now it's going back up. I'm not sure. It's kind of unclear to me if he accumulated during this range or how much he accumulated during this range, but all I know is today we were having a conversation and he's talking about, should I sell all my Bitcoin? Because he told me this back when it was at like 44, like down here in this range. He was talking about, yeah, I want to wait till it gets near all-time highs, like that 60, 70 range, and then he's going to sell and then try to buy back lower, which, as we know it on this channel, that's just timing the market. But what's just so concerning is like he's not even trying to sell little by little. He's an all or nothing. Like he wants to either hodl it all or sell it all. And like I think if you sell all your Bitcoin now, like that's got to be one of the most dangerous things you can do, because we might never see this price range ever again. Just like how I described in the last video, this might be the last time we're going to be seeing Bitcoin in the $60,000 range forever. Even though last bear market we saw a bear market bottom that was lower than the previous bull market high, right? This bull market high of 2017 was about $19,000 to $20,000, and then this bear market low was about $15,000 to $16,000. But if we ask ourselves why that happened, we can say that it was because of bad actors like Sam Bankman-Fried and Alex Mashinsky, kind of paper trading and pretty much not your keys, not your coins. But this cycle is not really the case. We don't really have any Alex Mashinskys, unless you want to consider Larry Fink and Fidelity and, all those guys as, the next Sam Bankman-Fried and Alex Mashinsky. But I don't think that's the case. Like these people, this is a spot ETF in which, like, the more people buy into the ETFs, they need to buy Bitcoin to back it. And this is why, like, every single Monday that we've seen, it just keeps on pumping. So I don't know. It's just crazy. So I told him, like, yeah, man, if you want to sell, maybe you could take a couple thousand off the table just so you can ease your mind. But he's like, nah, man, it's like all or nothing. And I said, all right, if you had a choice of holding everything today or selling everything today at $67,000, I know what I'm doing. I'm holding it. I'm straight up holding it, bro. And because I know where this is going. Like, I don't even see it as a US dollar thing anymore. I don't care how much it goes up in terms of US dollar. It's like the goal is to just accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible, because there's unlimited dollars to be printed, but there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin forever. And, you know, there's so many just computers around the world. There's so much computer power to make sure that this network stays secure. It's like this is the most secure network. This is the most secure network in the whole wide world. Like, the amount of computing power that you would need to take down this network, you'd be better off using that computing power to mine Bitcoin. There's more incentive to mine the Bitcoin than it is to take down the network. There's no incentive for anyone to take down the network, really. I understand that, the US government and like all these powerful governments, in order to maintain power, that they would like to take it down, but at this point, like, you would have more power holding and buying and mining as much Bitcoin as you can. All right. And let me see if I can find another example of this thing pumping on a Monday. But like, yeah, Saturday, Sunday, right here. And then Monday just keeps on pumping up. So I think we're going to see all-time highs. I said that we were going to probably see all-time highs by the summer. And that was after, my original thesis was all-time highs probably by November or December, if history was any indication. But then we switched it to the summer. But after seeing all these candles, like, it's a Monday morning and we just keep on seeing it go up and up. All these candles just indicate that we might be seeing all-time highs sometime this week or next week, because we're already right there. And let me show you something very interesting. So, of course, the Bitcoin price is only $67,000, and the all-time high was about $69,000. But when you look up the Bitcoin market cap, it's a whole different story. So let's see if we can get this market cap right there. In terms of market cap, Bitcoin's market cap is higher than it's ever been in its history right now. So, the market cap back then, when we hit that $69,000 range in November of 2021, is about a 1.29 market cap. Right now, it's a 1.3 market cap. And just a couple hours ago, it was at about $1.33 trillion market cap. The reason that the Bitcoin price is not as high as it was back then is because there were less coins in circulation. But yeah, coming in April, we have not even hit the halving yet. I think the probability of hitting all-time high before the halving is immense. It's immense. So I understand that there are probably people around that are interested in selling their coins right now, but like I said in the last video, you're just selling it to people that are going to buy it and never sell it ever again. I remember let's scroll all the way back to previous bull market, back in this range, when it was really nearing these all-time highs right here. I remember people on Reddit were talking about, yeah, just let them sell, because the people that are selling right now, they're the people that bought the top in 2017, which was all the way back here. They just bought on the high, and now they're trying to get out. They're trying to break even. And, that's probably what we're seeing right now, is we're seeing people trying to get out to break even. But I'm telling you, like, that it's such a short-lived dip. This was a dip from 19,500 to 16,000. And I remember that dip clearly, because I lump summed. I was lump summing over here too. I lump summed at that $19,000 range, and it dropped down to 16. And I'm like, oh man, this happens every time I lump sum. But it ended up turning out great. And we're in that same range for this cycle already, and we haven't even hit the halving. February just ended. March is here. And I thought, like, maybe March 2024 would be quite bearish, just because in March of 2020, we had the pandemic scare and dropped Bitcoin's price in half in less than 1 day. But yeah, man, I think we're just going to keep on going up and up. And it doesn't even matter the price in terms of US dollar. The name of the game is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible, period. Like, I'm not in the business of trying to sell Bitcoin high so that way I can have more dollars. I'm not in the business of selling Bitcoin high in hopes to buy back lower, because This is not a trading channel. We're not trading. We're investing in the hardest asset known to man. We're just trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. We will never sell it. Well, I mean, sell it if, I'm once this debt is due, I'm definitely going to sell it. Or not sell it, but like I'm going to sell some to cover my debts, So the debt that I took out to buy Bitcoin back at this $27,000 range, it was actually a balance transfer from some credit cards. And it was like a 5% fee to take out the transfer. So what I was betting on pretty much was I was betting that Bitcoin was going to rise 5% from where I bought it, at least. And the 0% ends in September, so I'm going to be just hodling until then. And when it came up here to this $34,000 range, I was like, man, should I just sell it? Should I sell it so I can cover this debt? And I just kept on holding. I said the thesis was, if I take this debt out in September of 2023, I theorized that the price in September 2024 is going to be higher. So I think that's still very plausible, and it's most likely going to happen. So that's why I didn't sell here in October or December when it was at this range here, the 40,000s. Even though it was looking real handsome, like I was like, man, I nearly doubled my money. Like the amount of loan that I took out, I pretty much got that in profit. Should I sell now? And I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to ride it out. And it just keeps on going up. Like it turned out to be a good move to just hold on to that debt. It turned out to be a good move. So will it continue to be a good move? We'll see. We don't know what the future holds, but like BlackRock and Fidelity are not going to stop buying Bitcoin anytime soon, in my opinion. I don't know. Like I feel like the demand is too strong. The supply in circulation is just too little. Bitcoin it has to go up. But maybe that's just the bull in me talking, because look how vertical we are. Like I can't recall the last time the movement of Bitcoin was this vertical. And if we go to the all-time candles, like I said last video, this candle was the biggest monthly candle in Bitcoin history. It was over $18,000. And now here we are, the month of March. We're continuing the ride up. We are just continuing on. And so we've already been almost 10% in the month of March, and it's only the 4th day of March. I want to take it to, let me just show you this right here. Let me go to the log scale. And I was telling my coworker that was wanting to sell now at the last bull market's all-time high, that like every single time Bitcoin surpasses its all-time high, it keeps on going well past the all-time high. So here's that example. Like as soon as it passed that blue line, which indicates the all-time high, just kept on rocketing up. And how much did this one rocket up? It rocketed over 800%. And then this one, as soon as it surpassed its all-time high, rocketed up 1,500%. And then after this all-time high, 250%. So we do see diminishing returns. I actually measured this first bull market wrong. It wasn't just 800%. It actually went all the way to like 3,700%. So we are seeing diminishing returns technically, but I think it's a whole new ball game with these institutions and ETFs, that like all of the technical analysis that we've ever done just does not matter, because all of that technical analysis does not take in consideration these huge ETFs buying billions and billions a day. Like it's not going to stop, man. It's not going to stop. I don't think we're going to see diminishing returns this time. And in terms of, the bear market pullback, well, we have yet to see. I don't know. We do see diminishing pullbacks. As I said last time, it was like a 90-something% drawdown here, like an 86% drawdown here, an 83% drawdown here, and then a 76% drawdown here. I do think that we're going to get diminishing drawbacks, but yeah, over time, look at this Bitcoin chart, man. After it breaks all-time highs, just keeps going up and up. So yeah, man, Bitcoin is not going to stop. Bitcoin is just the hardest asset humanity has ever seen. And yeah, we will just continue to buy. I suppose we will just continue to buy. What am I going to do with this next check? I want a lump sum, but I think I might just pay a little bit of that debt off. Just pay a little bit of it off. You know, I took it out to buy it at $27,000, and right now it's about $67,000. So I think that's a pretty good area to just, just solidify some of that profit. Just solidify it some. But yeah, what can I say, man? I'm just full on Bitcoin maxi now. Like, if it drops 80%, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep on buying more. And even here during this drawdown, like, I didn't even sell. I never pressed the sell button. The only reason I was liquidated down here is because Celsius went bankrupt. But other than that, I held all the way down, and I still maintained my my thesis. I still knew what I wanted to do. And yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Bitcoin's just gonna keep on going up forever. Michael Saylor says that we are beginning a 10-year bull run, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, at this point. Like, all models have been broken with this new all-time high. All models have been broken. I mean, you could have said the same thing with this peak here, and I guess, like, I don't know. Last time, I mean, I did tell my coworker, yeah, every time it surpasses all-time highs, it keeps going up significantly more. But I suppose looking at the chart, this wasn't the case, because it was 64K back in April, May, and then we went to 69K in November 2021, and it actually just ended up being a double peak. Do I think this is going to be a double peak? I seriously do not, man. Like, these institutions do not care about technicals. They're just trying to get their hands on the most scarce asset on earth. So yeah, I will keep on hodling. I will just keep on hodling, and yeah, we'll see where this bull run takes us, man. Like, we've already seen such juicy gains from the bottom. Had you timed the bottom, you'd be up a handsome 324%. Or even, like, if you bought somewhere around this range, you're up 168%. So yeah, Bitcoin will just keep going up, man.